I am Meghan Patrice Riley. I'm your host for tonight. This is such a pleasure. Usually I'm here as an artist, and I get to actually introduce you and moderate tonight. So I'm really excited to be here. Thanks so much for coming today and partying with us. We love seeing your faces, so we love it when you turn on your cameras. We also love that if you want to chat during the presentations, please feel free to do so. Ask questions, comments, anything that you have to add would be great. The chat feature is on the bottom typically. You will also see that we are going to pop in the artists' websites during their presentations, and you can let us know which pieces you are loving or send questions, or if you want links to things as well. I want to also just say thank you for being here and take a little moment for us to cheers this little celebration. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much. Welcome.
I like the evening party.
Yeah, this is the party. We had tea time and now we're here for the cocktail hour. So thank you so much for being here. I'm Meghan Patrice Riley and I am your host for tonight. I'm a jewelry designer and a co-founder of Art Party Central. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to 6 amazing artists. We're gonna be looking at Swan&Stone from Swan&Stone Millinery, Joy Stember from Joy Stember Metal Arts, Suzanne Schwartz from Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry, Stephanie Wheat from Rebellion Bags, Amy Kanarek of Amy Kanarek Designs, and Karla Gudeon from Karla Gudeon Art and Designs, another one of the co-creators of Art Party Central. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about basically ground rules, how each party is going to be set up or how it's going to run tonight. Each of the 6 artists will be giving a presentation. I will then be asking them 2 questions that were previously submitted by their followers. At the end of the party, we will be raffling off one $50 gift certificate for each artist's website. And that means there's 6 chances to win just for hanging out with us today. You do have to be present to win, so please do stick around till the end of the presentations. We'll do them right after. We will be giving you also, just for being here, everybody gets a discount code at the end of the party, which will be good for 10% off of all 6 artists' websites. So with whatever time we have left after the presentations, we will be opening up the party for chatting, where we're going to invite you again to unmute yourselves, show off your cute pieces that you already own, and ask more questions. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. Let's see now and make sure I unmute myself. Okay, we're gonna get ready for the first artist. That first artist today is Sam Stone. Sam, please take it away.
Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming tonight. I'm going to do one more cheers because right after this, we're going to be heading straight into the debates. So we might all want to just sort of enjoy ourselves a little extra tonight. So here we go. Anyway, I am Sam Stone of Swan&Stone Millinery. My partner, Nora Swan, and I have been making hats together now for 10 years. When we first started, we were working on a studio on my Vermont farm. I was raising sheep and we were basically making all of the felts for all of our hats. And today we make a wide range of hats. We do still make a lot of our felts. We also purchase wool felts that we then steam and stretch over wooden hat blocks in the traditional millinery style. But tonight I actually want to talk about a particular line of soft merino wool felt hats, because I know up in Vermont it might not be the same as some of you are from, well, sort of all over the place. I see Philadelphia, Rhode Island. Maybe it's a little warmer down there, but it's gotten pretty chilly. And in fact, my wood just arrived tonight. So I'm going to talk about some of our soft, crushable, warm merino wool hats. These hats are made on a felt loom, which is a machine that has 900 needles across and it's 5 feet wide. So I can make yardage of this really wonderful, very, very unique felt. So you can see on the inside, I have this, it's this rich chocolate brown. So what I do is I lay out 2 layers of fiber on the machine. In this case, it's dark brown on the inside and this sort of moss green on the outside. And when the hat is all finished, we actually needle felt in these leaves. Some of our cloches have the leaves, some of them don't, but they all have this belt here with a buckle. So it's a very adjustable hat. You can tighten it with this belt. It is a very pliable felt. So also if it's a little too tight, your head allows it just to sort of relax and ease. Because what we do when we're done sewing them is we steam them a little inside and put them over a wooden head so that they get this nice round shape. And your head is essentially doing that as well. So the more you wear this hat, the more it becomes your hat. So some people give it a little extra asymmetry this way. I think it's pretty classy that way. But also up here in Vermont, we get a little chilly, so we pull it down. So we have a bunch of different styles of this hat. This one we call the hunter cap. And in this case, it's a woolen fabric. I'm trying to see if you can see that, that we felted merino wool into. So the merino, it's a layer of merino and the fabric on the outside. This is a little bit more masculine, good for men, good for women. It has a little ribbon on the inside to tighten it. So again, it's adjustable. These are great gifts. They really fit everyone and work for everyone. Another style that we have, this is for all the pumpkin spice lovers. This one we call the kepi. Again, adjustable because it's got this belt here with the buckle. I'm gonna let someone in here. Again, it can sort of ease to your head. So these are really great, easy hats to wear. I think I mentioned that they're totally crushable. So a lot of our hats are a little bit more, they're more structured. This hat, you know, is stretched over a wooden hat block and it has a wire in the brim. You don't want to sit on this hat. You don't want to throw it in your bag, but it's a fantastic hat. So this hat has its place, of course. But tonight, you know, I'm just sort of highlighting some of the hats that you can wear just to stay nice and cozy and warm. You can hang out on your couch. I wear this style to go cross-country skiing, actually. And then here's a mod cap. You're going to see Karla later wearing one of these. It's sort of a more of a 1960s style. You can pull it down over your ears. You can kind of have it up a little higher, which is more kind of with your go-go boots or whatever. So very different. The same hat serves so many different purposes. Anyway, one thing that I wanted to say that also I think is very unique to us is, as I mentioned, we started out using just the wool from our sheep, and we've certainly branched out from there. But all the wool that we use for these hats is grown in the United States. So we buy it from a distributor who buys from farms throughout the US. We buy it in a 500-pound bale, and we have it shipped to a little dye house in Philadelphia where it's dyed for our specific colors. And then right here in our little town in Brandon, Vermont, we have a fiber mill, and she cards it for us in our bats. So that side of the story is very important to us. So I just wanted to share that as well. So anyway, Megan, do you have any questions for me?
Wow, that is, wow, I love just even where you're sourcing the material is so amazing. Sam, one question that came in is, do you do custom work?
Yes, so we do a lot of custom work. And of course, right now, it might seem that that's very challenging because we're up here in Vermont. You guys are clearly all over the place, but we do FaceTime appointments. So there's different types of custom, right? You could be absolutely in love with this hat, but you want it in black with a purple band. So we do either, sometimes it's a lot of back and forth texting. So I think someone needs to be muted, but sometimes it's a lot of back and forth texting. Sometimes it's like a FaceTime appointment and we can just kind of do that. A lot of times people actually will text us or email photos of themselves in the outfit that they want to wear to a special occasion, so that then we can show them what silks we have and what feathers we have. So similarly, you know, Darla is on here wearing one of our fascinators. Some people want a lot of feather work in a fascinator. Some people want minimal. So we just work with you and we do a lot of back and forth. We're very, very much about custom work because a lot of our hats are occasion hats. But even if our hat is for every day, you obviously want exactly what you want. And that's great.
Oh, I love that. And we have time for one more question. Do you make different hats for different seasons? I know we touched on that a little bit.
Yeah, so obviously everybody's season is a little different to them, because I think right now in Florida, they might still want, you know, one of our canvas hats, for instance. We have a rain or shine hat that's on our website. It's made of sailcloth, so it's waterproof, it's sunproof. So we definitely make hats for different seasons. Right now, because we're in fall going into winter, you'll see a lot of wool on our website. Wool, we don't do fur felts. We really got into this wanting to use sustainable materials. And as I said before, it really started out with a sheep farm. So we stuck with wool. So we do a lot of wool for fall and winter, but we still have a collection of straw hats because we definitely have people who, you know, want something down in Florida, down in the Keys, wherever they are. But also our canvas hats that are the rain or shine hats. Those are great for almost every season until basically it's, you know, really, really cold out.
That's just amazing. Thank you so much, Sam. That's great to hear because you have something for everybody.
We do.
I really appreciate it. Sam, thank you so much.
You.
On to our next artist. I'm happy to introduce Joy Stember. Joy, take it away.
Hi, how you guys doing? Thank you guys so much for having me tonight, and thank you guys for coming. I'm really excited to be here. So my name is Joy Stember, and I am a pewter smith from Abington, Pennsylvania. I create handmade pewter Judaica and objects for the home. All of my work is made from sheets of pewter that are scored, folded, and soldered together. I work with a lot of really beautiful textures. So here's one up close. So this is a handmade dreidel. All of my letters are hand cut with a jeweler's saw. And you can see this one's more of a decorative dreidel, but I also have dreidels that are really great spinners. So this one was actually, I designed on the computer and it was 3D printed in steel and then gold plated. So this is for that extra special collector, or it makes a great Hanukkah gift, or even a bar mitzvah gift. So this one really just is so pretty when it spins. I do menorahs as well, Hanukkiyot. These are brass pieces, and what's cool about them is that on the inside, I'm not sure if you can see, but the pieces are threaded. So that way the candle, you can thread the candle into it and it stays nice and straight, as opposed to them wiggling all over and having to burn the wax to get it to stand up. But this is really nice and easy to use. I also do a lot of non-Judaica as well. These are hand-done candle holders, again, pewter and brass. I really love the duality of the colors. What's great about these is that when you take the candle out, they come with 2 sets of inserts. So you have one set for standard tapers, one set for Shabbat candles if you'd like, or just 2 different size candles. So these come out, makes it nice and easy to clean. Pewter is a great metal because it doesn't tarnish like silver does. So these will stay nice and beautiful forever. The only way that you clean the wax off is with hot water and a nice soft cloth, and they're right as rain. Just as an example of some more texturing, this is all hand done Hebrew. So I use a process called etching, and I can etch textures, lettering. I can do custom wording as well. And I also do trays. I've had a lot of requests recently for tea light holders. And so these are really beautiful textured tea light holders. So the tea light just sits right inside of there, but the inside is nice and textured. This is my rose pattern. I have about 8 different textures that I work with that I've made over the years. I've been in business about 10 years now. My studio is right outside of Philadelphia in Abington, Pennsylvania. This is one of my newest pieces, which a lot of people, if you have seen my work before, have not seen yet. This is a new cheese board. This is slate and pewter. So it's got a cast pewter apple on there. I took a real piece of apple and made a mold of it, and then cast the pewter directly into the mold. So this is really fantastic for that Hanukkah present coming up or Christmas present. I also do bottle stoppers and other items. So these were actually 3D printed as well. So we have one in nylon, which is the white one, and then one again in the steel. They can be ordered in a bunch of different colors. The white one can be blue or black, and the steel one can be either steel or gold plated. And I also do other candle holders. This is one of my most popular pairs of candle holders. This has a hammered finish. And again, the candle holder comes out so you can change the size of the candle. And a little bit, if you have a new baby coming into your life, I make a hamsa for the baby, and it's a little backwards, but it's a blessing for the baby. And that's etched in, and I can do any color you'd like. We can do blue, pink, purple, green, anything to match the baby's room. I have a whole line of baby items on my website as well. What else can I show you? These are a great pair of candlesticks as well. This is all a hand sanded texture that will, it really shines beautifully in the light. It's not great over Zoom, but I promise you when you get it, it's, I used 3 different types of sandpaper to create that layering effect of different sanded finishes.
Oh, Joy, that's so amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. We had a question about how you make your textures, but really a question came up, and it sounds like you answered. You use a lot of sandpaper, but people asked, do you also customize with different names if you need?
Yes, I can do name customizations. I do a lot of personalization. I can do etching on any item or engraving. Anything can be personalized. I do a lot of wedding presents specifically, bar bat mitzvah gifts.
Ooh, do you have anything in particular you'd like to show us as would be a great wedding gift?
I do. I make a really awesome pair of candlesticks that in a Jewish wedding, you break the glass, and with that glass, I make a keepsake. So inside, you put the glass after it's been done, after it's been broken under the chuppah, and my candle holders are a do-it-yourself item. So you take the glass, you put it in, I give you a packet of epoxy, and you seal them up, and they are good to go. And it's a keepsake that you'll have for the rest of your life.
I love that. Thank you so much. Do you want to tell us a little bit? You have 1 minute. Do you want to show us one more item that would be great, maybe for a baby gift or another great gift?
This is another wedding item actually that I do. So this is another Kiddush cup that I do. If you send your shards back to me, my glass blower can make a custom Kiddush cup glass with that. So then I create the stem for it. And again, it's another beautiful wedding present.
Wow, Joy, thank you so much. Thanks so much for sharing. Awesome. Okay, you guys, this is going so great. Okay, on to our next artist, who is Suzanne Schwartz. Suzanne, take it away.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi, I'm Suzanne, and I am a jewelry designer. And the jewelry that I make, my designs are sculptural, and then they have the fluidity of textiles and the influence of nature. Those are my 2 strongest inspirations. And stitching is a part of all of my work except for my pearl line. From a young age, I've been fascinated with stitching and textiles. My grandmother used to come over every single weekend, and she taught me, and we would knit and sew together. So you can see this piece. This is a one of a kind. And you can see here I have silver, and then I've stitched it with 22 karat gold, and then that has a moonstone in it as well. And then even just the links are all stitched with the 22 karat gold.
Beautiful.
So the stitching will go from really intricate stitching. So a piece like this, this is all stitched with fine silver. And each one of these links will take me 45 minutes to stitch. This one has 8 links on it. And then this necklace can be worn a few different ways. I feel like I have it on backwards. So you can wear this with a piece dropped. You can wear it with the clasp in the front. You can turn it around. So this is an example of more intricate stitching. And also most of my pieces I really like when you can wear them different ways, you know, different lengths, and you can really make it work with your outfit. So I'll go from something really intricate to then a very simple stitch. So here you can see this is a circle. This is part of my new circle line. And what I've done is just put 1 stitch of fine silver in this. And then this is, you know, an earring, and I do this in different sizes. And then I've been stitching also with just that simplicity with, this is my new go-to earring, this big hoop earring. And of course I make it smaller as well. But this has 1 stitch, which I'm using sterling silver rope chain to stitch it with. Most of my stitching is done in either 22 karat gold, as you can see, wire, or I will do it with fine silver wire. And you can see this piece, this is 1 little piece, which I'll make an earring out of, or you can see here, it's a whole bunch of these put together, and you can wear this double, single. But so this little piece, I make everything from really pretty much flat silver, and then I'll saw it out and I'll drill lots of drill holes, and then I'll stitch it. And this actually has a pattern to it. I just grabbed the pattern. So the pattern here is you can have, there are different numbers of where I go in and out, and then I have to do it reverse because I'm not very good with reverse. And then I'll get the texture. This will become, am I holding it up well? Will become this. So that's just a little bit more of the intricacy of the stitching.
Wow. Suzanne, I love that. Can you show us a little bit, like, tell me a little bit more about the stitching? Is it really similar to sewing in a way?
It is similar in a way to sewing. And what I do, just to show you, here's just this 1 stitch. So I drilled the holes on this, and then I'll put the wire through right there. But what I do that's really different is, not different, but I'll put it through and then I pull it really tight. I don't have my glasses on. I'll pull it really tight so that that stitch is just very sturdy and straight. So it's not really going to, you know, dent very easily. The other thing, I guess I'm getting close to my time.
Yeah, you are, but you're doing great. You have a little bit more.
So I
I know,
just
I really want to ask a little bit, you know, a previous question submitted was, how do you take care of your work? How is it? Oh yeah, but the pearls, people asked about the pearls, you guys. Keep those questions coming. We're listening.
So the pearls, these pearls really found me. I just became fascinated with pearls and fell in love with them. So I used Chinese freshwater Baroque pearls. And when I was really looking for a different pearl, and then these came to me from someone who was shopping for that pearl in Hong Kong. And I said, immediately I wanted them to buy them all for me. But I thought, okay, I've got to be responsible here and design this and design the pieces. So this is one of the first designs. And this is 5 of the Chinese freshwater Baroque pearls with oxidized silver and 22 karat gold. And this is adjustable in the back. Originally it was going to be in front, but it didn't work technically. So the pearls are really just something that I've, clung on to and just really love. And actually this necklace is one of my best-selling pieces.
And I know you do that in multiple finishes as well, and mixed metals and sterling and non-oxidized.
Yeah, so that is some of those. And then just last, I was going to show you this earring because we were talking about my best-selling necklace. So this would be my best-selling earring, and this is 3 layers of silver in contrasting colors and stitched with contrasting colored fine silver. And this earring can come apart and become these 4 different earrings. And it's just a great style, looks great on. So that's
Suzanne, that is so gorgeous. I love that you have such the convertible. Oh, one more question. Do you do cufflinks and do you do custom? Just give a little plug for that.
I have made cufflinks, and I've turned some of the pieces into cufflinks. So that is something that I have done and I can do. I also do clip earrings. Anything that I can make into clip, I will. If I can't make it, I won't try to pretend that it will work out in clip. And then I lost my train of thought. Custom.
We were talking.
I do custom as well.
Custom, yes.
But I will do it within what I do. So I won't, if someone says, design this flower, that I won't do. But if someone,
yeah, more within your visual language and your collection, we can change a little bit the gold or silver here and there.
Or the different pearls. Like right now I'm working with someone in Canada, rearranging and finding colored pearls to go on a necklace.
Awesome. Suzanne, awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome.
And now it's
on to our next.
And now it's Stephanie Wheat's turn. And I have
yes.
to say,
oh, look
I'm
at
a
this.
fan.
What a great plug. Thank you.
So take it away, Stephanie.
Oh my God, I love it. Thank you. Oh my God. I did this just this morning or this afternoon. I'm blown away again. I want everything. I need Joy's little, with the threaders so that the Hanukkah candles don't fall all over the place. I need a hat. Suzanne, why don't I have your earrings? Oh my God, the hoops, I love them. Okay, sorry. So I'm so excited to be here. It's interesting because we're in a new time, and this is a completely different platform than any of us are used to. But it's funny how quickly we can adapt to what we're experiencing. One of the things that I've noticed that I have missed the most is, I thought, well, I really miss my customers, my collectors, and that ability to, just interact. And so I've been doing a bit of this, but I miss my artists. I miss the people who inspire me to do more and to elevate my craft. I think it's just this traveling and being able to be inspired by so many people that helps us to actually elevate what it is that we have to offer. So thank you guys so much. I'm super inspired. So I'm here today with you guys from Chicago. I think I'm the only one that's not on the East Coast of the artist. I do spend a lot of time on the East Coast, and I'm missing the East Coast a lot right now. Would have been in DC in this moment, and then in Philadelphia several times, New York a couple times a year. I traveled last year and did 30 shows. So I do a lot of traveling generally. So this is really different. I am a customization sort of queen. I love to do things that are special to individuals so that it sort of becomes their own piece. I just finished a piece today, which is behind me. And I apologize for my lighting. You know how technology is. I had a hard time getting on. I couldn't get my lights set up correctly, but this one is a really vibrant purple. And this is something that someone custom had me do today. I took this order a couple weeks ago. And on the interior, there's lining and pocket here, and you can't see that either, but there's a zipper pocket with a really deep interior. Everyone wants something different. So one of the things I've noticed is that one of the things that we're known for is our bags are super lightweight. So they pack flat into a suitcase. They are easy to travel with. We are sort of known for being able to be carried all day long. So a lot of artists carry our bags because you can carry them and wear them without feeling like they're digging into your shoulder, your neck won't hurt, they're light to begin with. And because they're upholstery grade leather, they're super durable, super simple design with just amazing components. So it's something that's gonna last for a really long time. Our best sellers are our medium crossbodies, and these are the two that are actually in our best selling category. So this one is our Tibetan wool, and this one, the Tibetan wool, has been our best seller for a number of years. That's something that we sort of have as a staple. This one here in the zebra has the crossbody strap, and then it has a wrist strap. So you can carry this on your wrist. You can snug it underneath your shoulder. So it does fit close to your body. And then when you are traveling, you can pack these flat into your suitcase. They literally take up no space and add no extra weight. So it's like one of those things that you can carry with you and have a change of handbags. This one is a really vibrant, fun, like ruby colored, beautiful, like gemstone color. And so this is a very popular one for us as well. We sell a lot of our wristlets. So this is something that's been a really fun, like crowd pleaser at a lot of shows. So just something really lightweight and fun and just a little bit different. I'm just gonna stand up here for a minute so I can show you some other ones that I have. I've got a little orange one here. We've got some fun. This one is a navy. I don't know if you can see that well. Really hard with the lighting. I apologize for that, but we've got all of this on our website. This one is a lot of fun, navy fur with black tips. We've got another of that purple fox in the wristlet. And then we just do a lot of leather. So one of our best sellers is this brown. It's just like a little bit like a chestnut brown, just super, super luscious. And again, you know, just super durable, will last you for, you know, easily a good 10 years. It's a great bag. We have tons of different colors, all different palettes, and these are all on our website at rebellionbags.com. We do customization. We have the small crossbodies as well. So this is just an idea of what those look like. We've got lots of different colors of these on our website as well. And then I'm just going to show you what I'm carrying right now. This one is sort of a pewter patent leather, and I carry this one just because it's super simple to like clean easily. Like you can just totally wipe this one down. I think there are a couple of these left. I don't know that I have any of the wristlets online yet, but I can certainly post some of those. So one of a kind. We do a lot of one of a kind sort of things. This one has four different furs actually. It has a ruby, it has a navy, and then it has a sheared beaver and navy along with the taupe Tibetan wool. So this is kind of fun. We're known for this big Tibetan wool baby. If you want something to travel with and cuddle with at the same time, this is it. And then again, just to give you an idea, here's one of a kinds, and I'll just kind of quickly show you what that looks like on. So it's kind of hard to see here, but we've got a lot of fun bags to do a lot of different things with. So does anyone have any questions for me?
Yes, Stephanie, this is amazing. Okay, I have had the pleasure of touching these in person, and they are luxurious, and I wish you all could have the pleasure of touching them. Stephanie, where do you get your inspiration from?
So, you know, originally my inspiration came from a dream that I had. And so I took a pair of scissors to a sofa in my dream and cut it into the shape of my bag, which has become just sort of my signature. Without knowing it, I was branding myself with the riveted construction, and I only made a riveted bag because I didn't know how to sew. So I woke up in the morning and I made my first bag, and it just really like snowballed. It turned into a whole thing immediately. So I knew I was onto something. But my inspiration in general comes from my mistakes. I'd say it's a lot of the time in my studio, I'll make something, it won't turn out, and I'll think, well, I want to make something out of this. What can I do with this? And then it turns into something completely different. So I fail a lot.
Wow. There are so many life lessons in that right there. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Stephanie. And you guys keep popping your questions in. We'll keep showing stuff at the end. We're on to our next artist, who is Amy Kanarek. Thank you.
Thank you. So I really want one of those bags. I just want to put my head down and snuggle it. So I'm so excited to be here. Thank you. I'm Amy Kanarek of Amy Kanarek Designs Jewelry. And I create beaded jewelry that has a modern classic vibe and often also a vintage inspired vibe to it. My work, most people describe it as elegant and very wearable, the pieces. So with no further ado, I do want to tell you a little bit about my process. I said that the pieces that I'm wearing are examples of my work, and they're primarily made from tiny glass beads. So they're very, very small, and I use a very thin needle and super strong thread. I don't even know if you can see the thread, but it's yeah, it's multi-filament, and it has a tiny bit of a wax finish to it, and it's just very, very strong. I would hopefully not, but cut my hand before I would break this thread. So yeah, the pieces are very strongly put together. And so I want to show you some of my favorites. I'm going to start with my vintage inspired, and this is actually one of my first designs and one of my best selling designs. These are, and I don't often work with such large beads, but these are Czech glass beads accented with light bronze seed beads. They're all glass beads, and I use a 14-karat gold-filled chain. And I don't know what it is, but I send several of these to California. If anybody knows what the deal is with red beads in California, please let me know. But this is one of, I just think it's a classic. The garnet is a classic combination. So it has that old world charm. And to show you a little bit more from the vintage group, this is the same design, but with a more modern vibe, because I've done it in hematite and bronze. So, and I have a whole grouping that plays off of that color combination, but in a different design world, much more modern pieces. So you've got a really elegant pair of earrings with Swarovski crystal, and you've got a more funky casual pair. And this is my newest necklace. It's actually, I'm embarrassed to say it's not on the website yet. I've literally just finished it, but I'll have it up shortly. But I'm really happy. The design has been in my head for a while, and I'm happy that it's out there now. So thank you. Thank you for inspiring me to get moving with it. This is a cross section of designs from different collections that all work together. And that's what I think is a lot of fun about my line, is that you can mix and match from different collections. So you've got a really bold glass bead cuff and a more delicate vintage inspired chain. These are Swarovski crystal earrings. This is from my hexagon collection. And these are my classic hexagon earrings in 2 sizes. This is the dainty hex and the regular hex. And this was inspired by a dreidel. So these are dreidel earrings, but I sell a lot of them just as a modern geo kind of feeling. So you can go either way with those. All right. I'm going to move to my circle collection. So here we have a whole different feeling in antique gold. And I just love the elegance of this piece. But I wear it, I've worn it for so many things. I've worn it for really special, more formal occasions, but I also love to wear it for date night And it's also, I think, gorgeous with a suited look. So the same piece can really serve a lot of purposes with your wardrobe. And it's super, super lightweight, even though it looks like a substantial piece, and it is, it's very light and comfortable to wear. And this is my triple drop circle game earring. It's very similar to the one I'm wearing, but the one I'm wearing is a double drop with a crystal. So,
Awesome. Amy, thank you so much. I have a couple questions here for you that I'm going to bring in with. Okay. First, really quickly, not quick, but also, how did you get started and why beaded jewelry?
yeah, so my first foray into the world of beads happened because I had a broken crystal necklace of my mother's. And I just loved the crystals, and they'd been sitting in my drawer for years in a Ziploc bag. And I walked into a bead shop one day and said, "Can you help me figure out what to do with these?" And that was the beginning of what has become this, beaded jewelry. It's a full-time job, I'm really happy to say. It started just as a whim and has grown into a world.
Congratulate. I love hearing that. And one more question that came up that I think also leads a little bit to my question about customization potentially. But if you have a really small wrist, would you be able to wear your bracelets, and do you do custom?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's one of the things that most of my pieces are custom made. So when someone orders a bracelet or a necklace, there are options on the website to say, I want 16 inches or 18 inches, but I really welcome my customers to have that personal contact with me, to use the phone number on the website and call me and say, I have a particularly narrow neck. Can you make it even shorter than 16 inches? Or my neck is a little bit wider and I like things a little longer. You can also, the piece that I'm wearing is a really classic piece, and it's also gorgeous with, I've never actually done it, but I know that it's gorgeous with sapphire crystals, which would give it a really, really classic fine jewelry look. So I'm totally open to those.
Oh, I love that. Okay. So everybody hit Amy up for sapphires, rubies, diamonds, emeralds for your next custom piece. Absolutely. And thank you so much, Amy, for being here. And I'm happy to introduce our next artist and last, Karla Gudeon. So you guys hang on.
Hey, everybody. I'm Karla, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm loving these art parties and my connection to my Carney sisters, my traveling artists, and my friends and my customers and people I don't get to see. Well, we all know why. So tonight, I'm also in the same vein as Sam from Swan&Stone Millinery, wearing her, channeling her. I'm focusing on the Give Me Strength edition for what might come in the next hour or so, if any of us are going to tune onto our TV. So I decided rather than a general focus on my work, which I'll give you a little at the beginning, then I'm going to go into the pieces in particular that give me strength and create a little peace and joy for me. What I have primarily is a line. I've been doing this full-time for more than 20 years. My backstory is Parsons School of Design, chickening out from an art career and ending up a school teacher for many, many years, and then circling back to my art. And I zeroed in on a 200-year-old technique called hand-colored engraving. So all my work, everything you see behind me, except for the ones on the sticks, are these hand-colored engravings. And the pieces all start with a metal plate. And the metal plate, these lines are actually carved in, and the lettering is done backwards. So unlike printmaking where you roll and stamp something down, this is the opposite. I have to draw the ink out of the grooves. So I pull this through a printing press, and when I do, I have my line image on my paper, which allows me to create multiples. And one of my favorite parts of my work is this beautiful plate line, where you could see that the metal actually pushed in. And from there, I go in with watercolors. And a lot of people don't realize my work is watercolors because I get this intensity and the strength of color. And I hand paint every single piece. This is what the work looks like once it's finished, framed, ready to hang in your house. So back to those pieces that give me strength. It's no accident that I started with one in particular that does. One of the symbols that gives me strength is a hamsa. And it's a symbol that means protection from evil. But one of the things that is particularly meaningful to me about it is that it crosses cultural and religious divides, that it's in Judaism and Islam and Christianity and Turkey and Greece. And no matter which culture it's in, it always means you're protected from evil. So I, in particular, what resonates with me is this one world idea, and the idea that, that there are things that unite us. So once I find a symbol I love, I go in the different areas and the different ways I do things. So one of the things I do are card sets with the same theme, notebooks that I design, easy peasy gifts, easy peasy presents to self. You need a little treat. I have little treats. And then of course, I get more significant, like to the size of the tree of life behind me, and things like this, which are really statement makers in your home, which is part of the hand-colored engraved series. The other theme right now that's resonating the most with me in my life, and has been for a long time, excuse me while I put this painting down without dropping it, this is something necessary, is the theme of strong women. And I think, you know, a lot of us have that same connection to our sisters, our best friends, the family members. If you have daughters, I have sons, but I'm basically talking about how it's the women in my life that sustain me. And so I channel that into my art and therefore to you, and these themes that I think create joy. So one of my favorites is It Takes a Village, People. And I'm very proud of my punny self for that one because, you know, well, you know, and another one in that same thing. And I think I like things that are light and fun and beautiful, but without crossing over to too cutesy or too primary. I love this one, Girls Night Out. They're the girls, they're unstacked, they're out, and it's night. So that's what it is. And then I get into like little portraits that I love doing, which I never, until about a year or two ago, I never even knew that was in my wheelhouse. But I have my coaster set that features Dolly Parton, Michelle Obama, Frida Kahlo, and RBG, a little odd mix, but I'd want to have coffee or cocktail with any one of them, and I can. The coasters are, I think they're great. They're Italian marble. They have cork on the back so they don't scratch your surface. And I think they're cool enough. You just throw it on a table and you have instant art that's out rather than keeping it in a box or away. And again, giving you that peace of mind, something to give you a smile. And I think especially these days, we all need it. And some of the other ways this reflects is even going into more and more peaceful themes, or as I have a whole yoga-centric, meditation-centric, breathing-centric line, which has namaste, breathe, let it go. With this one in particular, the light in me honors the light in you. Another one that I think is really timely and really comforting is Hate Has No Home Here. And I fell in love with this theme and the idea of doing it. So I actually did both an urban and a suburban version. And right now I'm working on a commission for a customer who loves this exact image, but wants it larger. I can't do it larger from the plate because the plate is one size, but I can create a one-of-a-kind custom watercolor with this idea. And Meghan, I think you have some questions.
Yes, Karla. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing and being so cute and
like
being so beautiful. Yeah, I was gonna say you look gorgeous. Just hello. But I want to say thank you so much. And also, how do you choose your colors?
Some of it is mood, but most of it is, I started a long time ago by knowing that I wanted to create my line based on the kind of art I loved. And what I've always been drawn to is East Indian folk art, Moroccan rugs, Persian miniatures. So it's a lot of jewel tones. It's that thing I was talking about before, where you could be really, really happy, but not crossing over to cute. And so I fill my palette with, this is a palette, and let's get it open. And I fill it with jewel tone colors. And what I do when I mix my palette is I do all variations of my favorite colors. So I have lots of them to choose from within the palette. And then sometimes I'll change the colors of a piece because I can, because that's how I work with the hand colored engravings. And sometimes I change for a customer. I very often customize if something's figurative, hair, skin, or hair, skin, or eye color, or just something that resonates more deeply with a customer for whatever reason. And I love, I used to love doing it in person. Now I love our FaceTime consults where I meet with the customer and we discuss what colors work.
Oh, I love, Karla, thank you so much. And I love seeing the process. And I know layering those watercolors to get such saturated palette is a process as well.
It would be easier to use an opaque paint, but I can't do that. So
Different.
easy has never been.
Yeah, I love that.
Hard,
And
that
everybody's
smarter, not harder.
Yeah,
I go harder.
but you're getting a different effect that's very you and very much your visual language. And I want to say also shout out to everybody's Instagrams because process videos and shots are on there. And I think there's something really wonderful to embrace in that as part of each of our touch that we put into our pieces. So this concludes our presentations, you guys. So now we're getting ready for a really big, all super fun time, the raffle. So I want to say thank you to all the artists for sharing your incredible work. And where it's time to choose the $50 gift certificate winners. So we're going to choose one winner from the people that are on for each website randomly. So I have them right here. Hold on one second. I'm going to start listing them. Give me a second also with my.
And also if people want to unmute at this point, it makes it a little more fun.
Thank you, Sam. I forgot about that. Thank you. Please unmute so we can all cheers as each person wins. Also, as you win, if you could put your name in with your email into the chat so we make sure that we get your email and we send you the correct code for each website. That would be extremely helpful. Okay, I'm going to get started. The first artist and the first winner is Swan&Stone Millinery, and the first winner for that is Gail Group. Congratulations, Gail.
Thank you. Wow.
Right. She's a hat lover. That's amazing.
I am.
That is for Joy Stember, and it's Mirella Barrick.
Yay!
What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Our third is Suzanne Schwartz Jewelry, and our third winner is Liz Austin.
Yay!
Yeah, just a reminder, put your name in with your email as we put these in so we get the codes to you. Our fourth winner is for Rebellion Bags, and that's for Shayna Croy. Shayna, what's up? Woo, welcome. And our fifth winner is for Amy Kanarek Designs, and that's for Denise Portner. Yay! And our sixth winner, is for Karla, and that's for the winner is Maria Middleberg.
Yay, Maria!
Yay! Good job.
Woo! And I welcome all of you, because we love having all of you here. I want to remind everybody that you're all receiving a 10% discount code to all 6 makers websites. The code will be good until October 29th. So make sure you do head over to those websites in a timely manner. The coupon code is going to be OCT22ARTPARTY. It's going to be in the chat. You're also going to get an email, so you don't have to write it down right now, but remember it's there and you don't make sure to use it. We love when you use it. It's a little gift, our little gift to you.
And once again, if your name was announced as a winner, please make sure you put your email into the chat.
Yes, if you are a winner from the $50 I just announced, put your email in the chat so we make sure we get you those special codes, which is a separate code altogether for your gift. Awesome. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here today. This is such an amazing way to connect, and this is always a pleasure, and we love seeing you adorned in your items. Thank you guys for showing up. So cute. This is such a fun event, and we look forward to having you at more parties. We'll
There
be
are
doing more
different
parties
arts
after
at
the election, and so make sure to vote. And you can follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook at Art Party Central and you can RSVP at artpartycentral.org. If you do sign up for the newsletter, you'll be completely aware of all the parties that come up, the artists we're supporting, and everything. So please sign up there. That's the easiest and fastest way. I would love to also say, please turn on your microphones and your video, and we'd love to chat for a little bit. Show us off your items, give us questions. We'll show you more pieces. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I'm upset. I wanted to win a Karla Gudeon.
I feel like you won every day.
Yes, that's true.
You won at life. You have her.
I made her.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, as always.
Does anybody have any other questions? Were there any questions that didn't get answered in the chat because we kind of moved?
Yeah, I think we did go. I think we missed some, and I want to make sure because I know I want to touch certain pieces.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to show me things, yeah.
No, I had a question for Stephanie. I mean, I love your stuff. Have you ever thought about making belt bags, which are so popular now, especially in the city?
Yeah, thank you for that. I do actually. I make belt bags. So if you look at my website, which is rebellionbags.com, you'll see that I have some actually right on the landing page. I have a video of some runway models in my bags. We so funny because Shayna Croy won my gift, and it's so funny. She and I were both. She was in Paris last year, and I was invited. I was supposed to go to Fashion Week and Design Week this year, but belt bags were big on that list. So yes, take a look at my website. I appreciate that.
I will. I love belt bags. I mean, they're my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, and I can do them in anything, like leather, fur, whatever you want. So I'll
Yeah.
custom.
And I'm of a certain age where I used to wear fanny packs.
Yeah.
Oh, bring them back. We could use them.
Well, that's what a belt bag is, essentially a fanny pack that you wear on your
Okay.
hip.
And also, by the way, they are super cute as a side purse, as almost like as a crossbody. People
Yes,
wear
I've
that
done
way, too.
that.
That's a really cute styling tip, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done that as well.
Yeah.
Can she
thank
hold up
you.
a medium crossbody so I can see the size?
Oh yeah, sure. And let me just.
Here, I'm gonna make it easier. I'm gonna put you in spotlight just for a second to show that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so can you see here? I'm gonna just.
There you go. Yeah.
So can you see how that hits my hip? And the bag itself sort of rounds a bit. So this is the medium crossbody. It comes in a couple of different sizes. This is sort of standard size. This is something that I could carry. I also have a petite, like an abbreviated medium, which is more for petite. So you'll see the abbreviated and the regular medium all on my website. But this comes in.
That blue, that purple one, is that medium? That purple fuzzy?
Yeah, this one is, now with this one's actually an abbreviated medium. So can you see that? I don't know if I'm on the screen. Yeah, this one here is actually an abbreviated medium. See how the leather in the back is a little bit less than the fur, so the fur makes it a little bit puffier.
Uh-huh.
Great size too. The fur tends to come in abbreviated just depending on the bag itself.
Can you interchange the straps? Because I noticed on the website they don't have studs. Okay.
Yes, and actually I have a couple of straps right here. This is something that I do actually have, I think, hidden on my site, but I have some straps. So you can purchase bags and then you can update your look with new straps. And I do that pretty often. They're pretty expensive, so I have taken them off and they're a lot of labor. And I don't have my studio with all of my employees anymore, so I've been doing a lot of the work myself, so I took them off.
Beautiful. Here.
Yeah, we're all feeling that. I did notice you had really cute polka dot straps, and that was a very cute addition to all your texture here.
Yeah, so that riveting. So again, this was a part of the, how to sew, and it just has turned into my signature. So super fun, like a little bit rocker chic. I definitely have a little bit of a rocker girl in me. So.
We love
Any
it.
other questions?
I have a question. This is Gail. I have a question for Amy and some of the other artists. Do you ever do classes or demonstrations, either virtually right now or that sort of thing?
You know, I have taught basic beading at some of the local libraries. I know you've been in my classes, Gail,
Mhm.
and I have not done online classes because I'm hesitant. I've actually done cooking classes because the librarians are calling me. But I'm nervous about doing beading because it's so hands-on, and I tend to really be with people, really helping them in a very direct way. So I haven't tried it.
And Gail, I think it's an interesting answer to that question, which is I also did some in-person studio workshops here on Long Island, over the years. There are always a lot to prep for. There are always a lot to do. But I think a number of the artists and I are currently in the same boat where we're trying to navigate. I would love to eventually figure out how to do some online classes along with everything else. Right now, we are just trying to navigate this new pandemic world without our art shows. And the amount of time that goes into figuring out how to get your stuff out there and how to connect with your customers in different ways than you ever have before, it's really challenging. And I think one of the things you're seeing here tonight that, is what a fabulous community we have of artists helping artists, and how, when the shit hits the fan, the artists pull together and we come together. So I think you might see more of that down the pike. But right now, I think a lot of us are still going through our growing pains into this new world.
Well, this was a very exciting venue.
That also, we so appreciate everybody who appreciates handmade and small business and comes out to support us. I mean, you are doing a great thing by shopping small and supporting artisans, especially during this time. Like, don't think we appreciate it like you can't believe.
I just have to say, I think this whole art party thing is a brilliant idea. And I know it was a bunch of women who got the idea and came together with the idea. And it's been kind of fun because I go to all the shows, the Vermont shows, the Connecticut shows, everything. And it's been kind of fun because a lot of times you have to fight the crowds at the art shows. So the one good thing I can say about if you can say something good about COVID, is that it's really been kind of fun just to be able to just like, okay, I get to see the artist talks, and they really have time to do kind of a one-on-one, even though they're here. So anyway, brilliant idea. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Liz, I think that's such great feedback. And it's also, we get to have more personal time and a little bit more quality time with you as well. And that's really special to us as artists. Same. We feel that also.
We also like that you get sort of a sneak peek a little bit into our studios. Sometimes we show a little bit more of our equipment. Sometimes we show a little bit more of our product, but we don't get that chance. I know for us in our booth, I know some of you have been to see us at shows and have seen us in our booth. And I tend to hear from people, after the fact. I'll get an email. I tried to stop and talk, but you were so busy. And
Right.
we don't have that chance. We try to put those, posters up on the wall that say, a little bit about the process or whatever. But sometimes there's such a frenzy and it's so busy that we don't get to tell you about how some of our things are made and a little bit about our backstory. And that's all really important to us. And it's always very exciting, inspiring to hear that it's important to you too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's exactly right.
I have to say, I mean, I like just even, this time, and then when I was watching it another time, for me, I've enjoyed so much hearing from the other artists as well, because at a show, I'll just be in my booth, or, I'll just see you quickly. I mean, Sam, I haven't really, like to understand like so much more about your hats and the sheep that you raise. I told my daughter about it today. She was so excited.
But I didn't know about your stitching. I mean, when we got together and we sort of talked, I was like, oh, so Suzanne, we know each other, but we've never, we don't have the chance to talk either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, I like just even, this time, and then when I was watching it another time, for me, I've enjoyed so much hearing from the other artists as well, because at a show, I'll just be in my booth, or, So it's really nice for for me and
Yeah,
for us, and both ways, just to get back in touch and talk to people.
Same here. I
Yeah.
didn't know Suzanne or Stephanie. I mean, you're seeing artists meeting artists, and at the same time, you're seeing artists with some of their best artist friends. So you're seeing a little of both.
Yeah.
I have a
Megan,
question.
oh, sorry. No,
Yeah.
ask your question, sorry.
Does Sam have any examples of the canvas hats that she was talking about?
Right,
The
that
green
was in
hats?
the chat. I apologize. That was in the chat. So I'm going to grab one because it's right on the other side of my computer. Yes.
Oh, I love that there's all these different try-ons. Yeah, keep asking us for try-ons. This is fun.
Also, if you sort of look through your screen, you'll see, I think there are 2 people wearing the canvas hats. So here is, here's something that Nora, actually, my partner, designed in the time of COVID, because it's sort of an all-in-one. It's an everything hat. So this is a canvas hat. It's so like we say, it's rain or sun. It's made of sailcloth. So this is a pointed brim fedora, and we've added this linen scarf so that you can use it as a face covering if you need to. So the other thing you can do, however, so you can use it as your face covering when you run into the store or something, and then you can also just kind of put it away. So now it's just sort of a hat band. So, and then I grabbed one. This is sort of our classic. I kind of grabbed what was closer. Normally I would grab something that's a lot bolder color because it's easier to see on camera. So this hat we call the Soigné. I don't know if you can see, almost everything we do is asymmetrical because, our faces are asymmetrical, and asymmetry tends to be the most flattering on us. So we always have sort of a contrasting color under the brim. This fabric has so much body that you can do whatever you want with it and it holds its shape. And in this case, the water really just runs right off. So we've done this little applique. Sometimes we don't have the applique on it. We have these in red, blue, periwinkle. We have them in all different colors, and they are on the website under our fabric hats.
So you can adjust the colors as to what you want. Are the leaves
Absolutely.
usually the color of the underneath of the hat?
Yes, and sometimes we just don't even have them. So like
Okay.
for the fedora, I'm just going to move so for the fedora, sometimes we'll do a contrasting color for the band here.
Right.
So you'll see on the website that there are a lot of different colors. We've been able to find a supplier with lots of different colors because initially it was quite limited. But yeah, so we have various styles also. This one, like I said, is called the Soigné. We have a swallowtail where it's a split tail on the side. We have the classic fedora. Actually, I have a very classic, straight up fedora. Again, I keep showing you all these muted colors. We have all these bold colors. I wasn't prepared to show this type of hat, so I'm just grabbing what's close instead of taking up too much time. But you can bend these again, like sometimes you flip up the back. Anyway, they all have a drawstring inside, so you can tighten them however you need. Also, a lot of times people might wear these on a boat or in the wind or rain or whatever, so you can tighten it like
To adjust to
really
that.
good.
Yeah. I had one other question. The first cloche that you put on,
Yeah.
My daughter's hair is very curly,
Oh, that was
very
you.
full. That was me, right?
Yeah.
And would it go over that? I mean, is that what the
Absolutely.
adjustable factor's for?
So my daughter's actually on here right now. I straightened my hair for this. I have
Right.
very curly hair normally. So like I said before, it is actually quite, it can be quite roomy in here because this felt has a lot of give. So it really does shape to your head. So.
Yeah.
But I
have four
told them-
daughters, and she's the only one with big curly hair.
Right.
And she
I
loves
also
that.
have I also have very curly hair. I play with it both ways, and I wear this either way. And keeps it just to the right point where your hair doesn't do that thing. It
Right.
just, it's really, it's nice and full, but it's still a really great look.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
And your katubas can be personalized?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Orthodox, conservative, reform, secular, humanist, interfaith, and 7 different same gender texts.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
Everybody-
you guys, this is
got it all covered.
amazing. You guys, Karla. Okay, the custom is basically everybody customizes is the takeaway from today. If you need something special, contact us. This is like the opportunity to contact any of these artists and get something special made. Anybody else have any questions before we go? We're getting up on that 9 o'clock
Yeah.
hour.
Oh,
I need to go.
and-
I need to go put my pajamas on and get another glass of wine
Jammies time.
Damn, right?
Hear that?
before the
This is
disastrous
great.
hour.
Yep.
You know what? I don't know why we didn't think that we should just all stay on and watch together.
Watch it together. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Together.
viewing party next time.
We need
Hi.
He's a cutie.
Hi,
This
little
is for the
Stember.
debate.
This is this is my pandemic adoption.
Oh,
Oh, so
Oh,
cute.
So the older cat hates her. What are you gonna do? Yeah, bye.
So much fun. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
Always a
coordinating. Thank you for
pleasure.
hosting. Thank you for
coming.
Yes.
inviting us.
Yes.
Stay safe, everyone.
Please come again.
Thank
different
you.
people.
Karla, I love you.
I love you too.
Me too.
Thank you so much. We see you guys in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye,
Bye.
Amy. Bye-bye. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, little Stember.
Don't end it yet.
bye. Bye.
Aw.
I see you there.
Hi, Clara and Luca.
Hi, Clara. Hi, Luca.
Luca, come say hi.
If we're
See
bringing
you
the family
all.
over, we're bringing the family over.
See, my kids are old enough that they're on their own computer.
Megan, is
Okay,
that
you got your daughter to
Yeah.
actually watch though, so respect for that.
I know, right? Did you hear that, Rosie?
Megan, it's so nice to actually like see you and meet you. I haven't had a chance to ever come over to your booth because you're always so busy, but we've done a lot of the same shows together. And I just wanted to say
Oh, Joyce.
Do I see an
it's good to
Ellison?
meet you
Do I see
too.
Ellison?
yes.
We would have been at PMA at some point, I'm sure,
Yes,
or something
exactly,
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
Oh,
guys.
there's Julia. I see Julia too.
I was like, I know
All
everybody.
right, I gotta put this guy to bed.
You guys so good. You guys so good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
everyone. This
Good
was
energy,
wonderful.
everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Are you guys jealousin?
See y'all.
Jellison.
Jealousin.
Wow.
Jealousin.
I'm gonna learn millennial language. Jelly.
Jelly, jelly.
That's from LA. That's some Los Angeles
Yeah,
talk
say
right there.
bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. No, now you won't perform. Okay.
Okay, you guys. Till next time, sign up for the newsletter.
Thank you.
Bye. Have fun,
Thank you.
everyone watching the debate.
Bye.
Who's watching?
Yeah.
Later.
Blood pressure down. Yes.
Bye.
You guys have
Bye-bye.
wonderful
See you
work.
soon.
It's beautiful.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh.
Bye, guys. Bye, Amy.
Bye, Gail.
Carla, what's
Wanna
for
see the
dinner?
hat you pick?
I'm thinking bright red.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Well done.
I'll be right over for dinner,
Go for
Carla.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't watch the debate, Dad. Time's I can't drive.
You can't drive?
No. I'm gonna have to watch it here.
Really?
Who's from Delray Beach? Who's it? Mavis. All right. So do we need a debriefing or?
I think we're good, right?
I think
you
we're
so much.
good.
We're good.
Okay.
Thanks,
It was
Thank you
fun.
so much.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think you did wonderfully. I hope you had fun.
Thank you. I did.
And
did.
I hope you make sales.
Yes, me too.
Next
Everybody
7 days
else,
is
and both
selling.
of you too.
Yep.
Take care.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.